Hi everyone, we have a new feature today. This was highly requested. Now, our existing bulk importer allows you to take a spreadsheet, CSV file, and add hundreds of posts to your queue at one time. But now it goes one step further. You can have a combination of queue posts and scheduled posts. So what you can now do is at a per post basis, you can specify what time and day in the future the post goes out. So you might have 50 posts that just get added to a specific category in your queue, and then you allow us to assign the time based on your queue schedule. And you might have 20 more that have very specific times in the future that they go out. Take, for example, holidays. Holidays you don't want to add to the queue because you don't know exactly when they'll go out. Now you can specify exactly which day these go out. You can also do this for future campaigns. If you have a trade show going on in the future, you can specify, all of the days running up to that trade show, specify when those posts will go out. So I'm going to show you how to do it. We've added a few fields to the database. So if you click our download example, it's going to be a slightly different format than you're used to. So you'll all want to download a new example CSV file if you've been using the same one over and over. Here it is. I'm going to click on it and open it up and just show you around. Nothing has changed with the first fields. So that part stays the same. You need your message. You do not need a link, but you can add a link optionally. Image URL is optional. Video URL is still optional. You cannot have both, just to remind you. You can't have an image URL and a video URL, or you will get an error message. Now we're getting to the new fields. So we have month, day, year, and hour. We've tried to give you some clues in here as to which numbers are acceptable. If the number you enter is outside of this range, you will get an error, and it will tell you which rows are throwing up an error. So make sure that the month is 1 through 12. If it's February, just enter 2. Like right here, for example, we've put in the first row as an example, April, because that's the 4th month of the year. 20th, that's the 20th day of the month. The year is 2024. And the hour is 8. And just note that the hour is on a 24-hour time format. So if you want to put it in as 1 o'clock p.m., that would be 13 here. And again, if you put in 25, it's going to give you an error and it will not upload any of your posts. You'll need to correct that before you upload it. Another error that you're going to get is if you put a time that is in the past. So if today is April 1st and you put a post in your spreadsheet, it doesn't matter if you have 100 posts. If even one of those is scheduled for last month in March, it's going to give you an error and you're going to have to correct that and put in a time in the future before it's going to accept any of your posts. So those are the most common errors you'll see. Just make sure you go through and do it correctly. And just let me remind you, anything that you do not specify will be added to your queue. So we've made it extremely flexible. This can be kind of a last step that you do. Enter all of your great content, then go through each of those posts and just think to yourself, is this something that is really time sensitive? Or do I just want it to be sent at an optimal time based on how I've set up the queue? So let's do it. I'm going to not make any changes here. Just remember we have April 20, 2024. I have an empty queue right now. So what I'm going to do is upload that. And I've specified a few different social profiles. I'm going to send this to our Evergreen section, and I'm going to add this to the queue. No errors were found, so let's jump into our queue. So it was empty before, so now I should have 5. Looks like I've got all 5. And remember, one of those we specified a time. So let's scroll down and see if we can find it. Here it is. So we've specified this one to go out. This is the 5th post. This is going out 4:20 at 8 a.m. And the other ones were simply added to the queue. So that's how this feature works. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us in chat. Anxious to see how you guys use the new feature. Go ahead and give us any feedback you have on our Facebook group. Appreciate your time.